everyone, it's Cathy Zielske. Welcome back to my channel and the craft/dining room. Recently, I shared how to make this card. It was using this amazing watercolor wash freeform stencil. I wanted to use it again today to try something totally different and see how it turns out. A lot of times when I share projects, I don't necessarily come back and revisit products that I've used. And one of my goals in the coming time frames is to do more of that. Also, you know, it's hashtag Year of the Stencil. Stick around for my next card using the same stencil that I recently used, coming up next. Here is the stencil, the freeform watercolor wash. Now, I haven't done anything with the mask layer fill thing, and that's okay, because the card that I did with this I loved so much, and I thought, let's use it again. You know, let's just use it again. The other thing that's cool, it's still sticky and tacky with the pixie spray, so I'm not going to have to spray that again. Here's what I wanted to use. I don't know if you know this about me, but I was a teenage figure roller skater. It's true. In fact, if I can figure out how to do it, I'll put a card up. I might just have to pop it in the link below, but I have a video of one of the very last events I ever skated. And I think this is very sweet. I love it for birthdays. I love Just Roll With It, another year older. I think that's adorable, and there's a die. But here's the twist. I also recently did a video where I stamped something and did not color it. Because a lot of times when I have an image, I feel intimidated to get the markers out in color. So instead, we're going to make the background colorful. And this time, we're going to grab a bunch of blender brushes and go to town. So let's get started. I'm going to take, I just have two pieces here. Oh, because I'm going to stamp on one. Neenah Solar White Classic Crest. I'm going to go, do I want to do it this way? Yeah, this is how I did it in the other video. So, you know, let's do it that way again. Just to center like that. So this still has its stick to it, which is great. And what I have here, I've got a whole host of Simon Says Stamp ink colors. You know, oh, that's upside down. That's going to bug the OCD folks. And trust me, ask me how I know. And we're just going to create a rainbow blend across the front because, well, now, but here's the thing. I better get my stamp out, right? I want to go that way because she's going to be popped right down in the middle. Okay, I am going to grab my blender brushes. Now, I'm just going to go like this to kind of get it cleaned off. And you know, usually I use a paper towel for this, so maybe I should do that. This is better for cleaning because my paper towel is a little nubby. Okay, I just want to make sure that whatever I was using last time I get off. And this is what I do for my dye inks, right? I don't do this for distress oxides, which are creamier, more of a pigment quality. Actually, you know what? Let me grab my little paw because I love my paw. Or it's not called a paw. It's the PET, the Pawsitively Everything tool. And why I like it is I don't have to hold my ink pad when I'm loading up my ink, which is super nice. Okay, so do we want to go at an angle? Yeah, let's go to an angle. Light hand here. And I'm just going to bring in my first color. Like that. And I'm going to plan strategically so that I do not leave purple out of this mix. And also too, I'm going to go a little heavier at the edges because I think that's kind of cool to have a little definition around the edge. Okay, just like that. Teeny bikini. Little tip on the brushes too. I do wash my brushes every now and then. I use a thing called the Masters brush cleaner, and you can use one of these little pads here just to clean your brush under a sink or in a pan of water. I learned about the brush cleaner from my friend Lydia a long time ago, and it's a wonderful product for cleaning your blender brushes. So I will remember to link that below. It's a great little brush cleaner. Okay, tapping off, right? Because we don't want to have it be too dark here. So let's bring it in and bring in our orange. Ooh, transition area. Always want to overlap a little, right, to get that color that results from two colors in the rainbow overlapping. Now, as I am blending here, I don't know if you can hear the birds in the background, but I have the doors open in the craft/dining room, and it's too late to close them, and they are loud this morning. Moving on to lemon chiffon, right? Orange, yellow, yes. Grabbing my yellow brush. I don't love birds only because, and this is again, if we go back to the OCD comment, sometimes when I'm trying to concentrate in my office, there's a tree outside of my office window. And my office is the place upstairs where I do all of my design work or my editing. And sometimes the birds are losing their minds and I can't concentrate. That's my problem. Now this is a very soft color. I don't even need to tap this off, but we're just bringing in that bit of yellow. So pretty. Look at that. One of the things that I love about blending brushes, and for the record, I have blending brushes and I have blending foams. But I love the fact that I can get a really soft look. And when I first started making cards back in, the ripe early age of, or the ripe early years, I don't know how to say that. I'm using Jellybean next. In 2017, I bought the foams from my friend Tim Holtz and the little wooden handled tools. But it wasn't until, and I was never able to blend smoothly, but then I got the domed foams, and now I use those for other things. It's kind of a, people ask, well, how do you know what to use for what? I tend to stick with brushes if I'm trying to create nice soft blends. That's kind of my rule. And the thing that I love about them is the little bristly hairs do allow you a lot more. I mean, look how soft that is. I was never able to do this. Never. I used to watch Laura Basson with the foams back in those days, and I would just be amazed at her skill of being able to lay down ink, no problem, right? She's still amazing. She's still amazing. Okay, moving on to the blue, which is Maliblue. I'm going to give this a good rub off on the paper towel because I think I must have used something dark with this before. And of course, the brushes I'm using today are the Gina K Designs brushes. And let's bring in the Maliblue. And I have room for purple, so you purple people, you know who you are. The other thing too, I like to hold my brush like that as opposed to like that. Because if you hold like this, which I find to be a very comfortable grip, you can control the ink flow better. Well, the ink flow, you know what I mean. It's not flowing, right? But it is going to give you this nice ability to go lightly over the paper like that. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. And then of course, once you get through here, you can go back and darken things up if you need to. I'm going to come in with the last color. All of you purple people eaters. Anybody a football fan? I live in the town that is home to the Minnesota Vikings. And wasn't the purple? No. What did they call them in the 70s? Bringing in the purple. I'm going to start from the bottom here just because I want to get that a little darker there. And then just come up. Look at that. I just had the feeling that this reminds me of like a Pangea, like a continent before it had separated. But isn't that sweet? Now I feel like the one color that I need to come back on here is the lemon chiffon, right in that area there, like that. That is so pretty. I just did that. Well, there you go. So, totally different look than watercoloring, right? But let's do the peel and reveal because that's the most exciting time. Oh, look at how pretty that is. Just a beautiful blob of rainbow blend. All right, let's move on to the stamping and die cutting. So now it's time to stamp. And again, I am not going to do anything outlandish here. I'm not going to be a hero. Well, you know what? If I did this, then I could stamp 2 of them, couldn't I? Yeah, let's stamp 2 of them, just in case I mess up. All I want to do is stamp this little cutie in black ink. So, I'm going to slide this here. I'm just going to give a little prep here because it's brand new, haven't used it yet, and I hate to waste paper. You can always do a few stamp offs, or you can season this up with like a embossing ink and clean that off. But I have found for me, if I just rub them until they're a little cloudy, you know what? We're going to get a great impression. I'm just going to use some Simon Says Stamp Intense Black, which if I were coloring, I could use this. But I love how it stamps, so I'm just going to ink this up and we'll make magic. Okay, I'm going to bring in my Debby tool and press. Love this little stamp tool, which has the lovely door handle on top and made by my sweet new friend, Deb, who operates a little shop and sells these and makes wrists happy all over the world. Now, you can stamp it again, of course, to make it darker. Beauty of the MISTI. Life-changing tool for me personally. If I never had to use an acrylic block again, I'd probably be happy. Always make a backup because it's just a good idea. And then if you mess up, right, you have a backup. I'm going to take my stamp chamois. Actually, speaking of stamp chamois, this is a new one that was sent to me by Deb. She felt bad because my old one, Deb of Stamper's Secret, was so old. She's like my fairy craft mother. Okay, I'm sure those of you who color would be drooling over this. People who don't color, like me, this just makes me nervous and sad because I know, you just have to know where your joy is. Where's your joy? Is your joy in coloring? Because if it is, you do you, My joy is not necessarily coloring. And yet, I'm going to try to get this lined up really well. And yet, look at all the cute things there are to color, right? Like, this is adorable. And it's, touches my heart because I was a figure roller skater. So roller skating was a key part of my life, not going to lie. Let me grab my die cut machine and we'll run this through. My plates are really getting old. I have a new set on order. I ordered some gold glitter-filled Spellbinders plates from Simon Says Stamp. I hope they're fun. I think they'll be fun. I didn't realize I have backups for my Gemini, but not for this. Okay, let's run it through and see how I line that up. The other reason I like a backup is because I don't always line things up perfectly. I know it's a shocker. And let's see how it came out here. Let's see how we did. I actually had to pause the filming because my husband walked behind me jingling his keys to go out to the garage. And then he said, "Oh, that just means I'm excited." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Okay, this looks great. Let's take my pokey tool. Yeah. Oh, yeah, let's poke out the friends here. Oh, that's not my pokey tool. I always get them confused. That's the X-Acto tool, which is also a great tool. Okay. Oh, look how sweet she is. And I know what you're thinking. Wouldn't she be better colored? Probably, but not necessarily by me. I'm going to stamp another year older right in here. And actually, you know what? I could even have her be a little bit more outside because it can nestle right in there. We're going to nestle that greeting in here. I just think that's cute, right? I don't think okay. No, I like the offset to it. I like the offset. So, and I could do some sequins in there, but let me make sure I'm getting this straight. Picking it up. Here's a little hot tip. I have a scrap of lightweight cardstock. And on this one, I'm rubbing off the whatever. I want to stamp it off a couple times. Now, that's because I've already gotten to the point here that, I'm doing something and it's very cute and I just don't want this to be, the final blow that makes it not work. So sometimes I'm just going to do a quick little stamp off, right? Come down a little. And actually that stamped great. I don't even know what I was worried about, right? Come down. I'm going to try it once with the Debby tool just to see the difference. Fantastic. Making sure that's lined up. Taking my intense black ink. Probably overkill, but better to be safe than sorry. Where's my Debby tool? And press. Just going to give this nice even pressure. Let the ink transfer. Let's see how that looks. That looks super cute. Should we do it again? Just for a little bit of depth? Yes, but I'm not going to. Here, sometimes when I have these little delicate greetings, I just do a tap like that. That gets it a little inkier without pressing too hard. And now, oh, that is so cute. I am going to be stamping the inside though too. So let's, you know what, should we do that? Yeah, let's do that. This is a first for me. Layered tools, okay? Go like that, go like that, go like that. But instead of folding it, right, we're going to get this and we're going to imagine where the inside is, which is here. And I'll just pop this out. The nice thing about a MISTI, you can have the card base hanging out because when this folds, it's not going to hurt. It's not going to bend it. It's going to be fantastic. So what I want to do here for the bottom is another year older. Just roll with it. So fun. Okay. Pick it up over the finger, get that coating, make it. And this one I'm less concerned about it being perfect because it's not on the cover as we call it. I know it's not a cover, it's the front of the card, but I think you know what I mean. Just roll with it. You know, let's do one more. Nothing's moved. And again, I'll just do the light tap and drop. Boop. Oh, I didn't know you could boop that. That's pretty cool. So that is the inside of the card. Just roll with it. Fold that down, press. And now we'll move on to building the card. So all I'm going to do with this lovely panel is put dot runner on it. I've got the brand new Simon Says Stamp dot runner. I think the last video I did, well, you won't see it for a while, but I ran out. I've been using it. Using a storm up of it. I can't speak. But I'm going to give a good coating on this to hold my card panel in place. And then my favorite little trick, you can do this with a score buddy, you can do this with anything that has an edge, even do it inside your MISTI. Just a quick way to line up panels, because I hate it when I screw them up. So you just put them in the corner, both together like that, and drop. And now you have a beautiful card, panel, greeting on the inside. Oh, so cute. Let's get some foam squares on her and pop her up. I just needed to open up a new pack of my favorite foam squares. I don't know if I've linked these forever, but they are from Scrapbook Adhesives. I love having multiple depths of foam square, but the thin ones are my favorite because sometimes, you know, you don't want a super bulky card, right? Or maybe you do. I don't. I try to keep it, you know, so it's not going to get too much throughout its experience in the US mail system. But I love the thin. I also have the regular ones, but the thing that I like about these is that they come in two sizes. They can also be doubled up and layered with the other foam squares. Let's say you need a little more dimension on something. They're just fantastic. All right, and then I just take them off with my little pen blade. That. All right, I'll grab my Connect glue here and just put a few daubies on the back like that. I've been playing around with a lot of different glues, but I definitely am a fan of Connect glue. I've had a lot of success with it. It flows beautifully and it, you know, doesn't let me down. I've also been using the Barely Art and I like that too. So I want her skate to be level and all I'm gonna, oh, did I get it in there wrong? Level skate, nestled in, and press. Oh, look at how cute that is. I love it. I do think sequins would be cute on here, and I'm going to use, let's see, which ones are these? Oh, I just spelled them. The Gina K Designs Clear Quartz. Also, someone had asked me, what are these little containers? And this is part of a bead tray from, I once called it Elizabeth Arden. It's not Elizabeth Arden, it's Elizabeth Ward. And I will also link that below because I don't have an inordinate amount of sequins. I have enough. I have enough, well, what do we say? I have enough to be dangerous. And I keep them, well, I actually guess I do have, how many do I have now? 99% of what's in there, I don't even use. So I've kind of dialed in a little bit of, you know, I don't want to say I've dialed in my style, but I feel like I kind of have, and the style is silver sequins for the win. It's just kind of my go-to. Now here's what I think, would it be cute to have one of these on a balloon and then that could just sort of be up off there? You know, I like the number 5. How about that? Oh, that's better. Because see the flow that creates? But does that just look like an afterthought? Here's the thing. My friend Laura Basson knows how to put things on things and they just look so good. And when I do it, I feel like I look silly. So I think what I'll do, or do I want to go this way? What if I went that way? Like that. You see, sometimes it's as simple as just, shifting it around. The whole point of Sequins, in my opinion, is to create a shiny visual link across a space, right? This is the space. We're linking across the space. That's what we're doing. Let's get ready to boop, with a B, boop it up. So my Crystal Katana tool. And boop. Boop. Oh, there were two there. Look at that. Who knew? All right, we'll deal with you later. That was almost a boop disaster, a boop catastrophe. All right, go in there. Boop. And one here. Why do we, wait, boop. Why do we do 5? Well, odd numbers are visually pleasing in design. That doesn't mean even numbers are bad. They're not bad, because a lot of times I'll do gatherings of even numbers in odd placement, but I'm just going to say it. That card is done, and that's pretty freaking cute. Am I right? So compared to the other one that I did, why don't I grab it? So here's the one I did first, right? It looks great, but look at how different this is, right? One stencil, and I still haven't done anything with the mask. This is the finished card project. So I hope you enjoyed this. I had so much fun working with the same product again and this stamp, and I had a lot of fun not coloring that. So all supplies are linked below the video, and thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for watching today. I would love to have you become a subscriber to my YouTube channel. And if you do subscribe, be sure to hit the gray bell below the video so that you don't miss the next time I post. Here are a couple other videos that you might be interested in watching. Thanks so much and have a great day.